call it the Brotherhood. It's a very unique group. We had a bunch of fifth-year seniors, and they came in the year with high expectations, and we had a loss. And I think the character and the love of each other was indicative of the way they played down the stretch. The last two games were just awesome, the way they stuck together and played well.
What changed after that loss?
I think everybody was very upset. I think our coaches felt it. It was not pleasant around there, and we worked to improve, and we did it. Points did improve. On offense, we improved drastically, and the areas were weak in defensively, and not as much as we'd liked, but we did improve.
Urban, the last couple of weeks, going through practices, coming out here, how have you dealt with that situation, knowing that it's going to be the last time?
I try to avoid it at all costs. When it catches you once in a while, like today, actually on the practice field, I was looking around, and I just love this group of players I'm around. I think the clarity of what's coming next has helped a little bit, and so the focus is trying to win a game.
I don't want to force it, but it's like you've gone through a bunch of senior days, right,
Yeah.
with your players. You try to keep them focused on that moment, but the emotions come up.
Sure.
Is this a situation where players can actually help you get through that?
Yeah, sure. The ones especially over there, they know it. So we've had a few great conversations.
How hard is it to maintain that focus and not think
Not hard at all. It's you guys know me pretty well, but as long as we keep it square, we do our best to win that game, and this is a big one.
This is a hokey question. You're the granddaddy of them all, and you just became a grandfather again.
That is pretty hokey.
Thank you.
That's good though.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, about being a grandfather again, what would you want to say about that?
Oh, it's awesome. And she's a pro. My daughter did great, Nikki, and he's a healthy boy, and he's doing great. She was home the next day, and it's just, that's a very important part of our lives. Shelly and I as our children, and it's been incredible.
And she has the good sense, even though she named him Urban Gray, to go by Gray.
Yeah, Gray Dennis. I told you it's a badass name now. He better hit you when he gets to be a defensive back someday.
Everybody make the trip?
Oh, the players?
Yes.
Yeah. You say my grandson did that.
Urban, in terms of what did you look for today? First practice out here, first practice in a couple of days. What were you looking for specifically?
We run them and just get their legs back underneath them. We drop far too many passes at practice, which is expected. We can't drop them tomorrow, but we just try to, it's not our first January 1st or big time bowl game, so we just try to get Christmas out of it. That's why I tell our coaches, get Christmas out of it. But we did.
Now that you're actually here, a bowl game that you've never been to, I'm sure dreamed of as a kid. What's it like?
Well, we've only been here for this day. Obviously, we love California. It's amazing how many players we have that haven't been to California. And I didn't realize my son has never been to California. So, great hotel, and it's just to take it all in that we're going to play in the Rose Bowl is pretty neat.
Urban, for a game question here, Chris Peterson's always had these trick plays, special teams gadget plays. I know that's always been a hallmark of your career, is getting ready on special teams. What do you have to prepare for when he's got all the tricks available?
Well, we run a fake punt now every day against our punt block team because we were vulnerable, or it could be because we were pretty aggressive on that. And getting ready for a fake field goal. Other than that, I don't think they'll do the dribble kicks. Those are all things you worry about. Like our little pass off the kickoff return because we're vulnerable because we squeeze so many people into the boundary. It's not just because it's Peterson. It's because it's just we work on that every time we play.
When you get in coaching circles, does he have that reputation for a guy who draws some crazy stuff up?
Well, I remember when by the way, they're great friends with Shelly and I. And in the 2006 National Championship game, they played the week before us in the Fiesta Bowl. I was trying to sleep, and they were on against Oklahoma. They're running all those crazy plays, the Statue of Liberty and that little flea flicker, or statue, or hook and ladder. And Shelly, I remember hitting me saying, "Why don't you run those plays?" I said, "Leave me alone. I'm trying to sleep." So.
What are your memories of Ryan Day's here as a GA?
Oh, just you could tell he was really good. And he didn't stick around long. He had an opportunity to go be a full-time coach. So very excellent coach. I could tell back then.
Coach, are you
kind of purposely soaking up each and every moment of this experience?
I am. Just there's a couple guys here to my right that we've been together for 5 years, and I want to see them have great experience at the Rose Bowl.
What does it mean to be here for you? Do you feel like this is a different, you're in Cali now? I mean, is it...
Well, when we got here obviously last night, and obviously beautiful weather, practice feels great. We had a really good day of practice, and that's all our focus is right now.
A little work, a little play?
Yeah, I'm glad Gigi and Nate came, and I actually rode a roller coaster for the first time in probably 15 years, and I survived it, so we're good.
What is it about Washington that jumps out to you?
Their defense is elite. They're top 10 defense. And their personnel is outstanding. 3 of the 4, really a whole secondary NFL players, and just a really good team.
I want to know about the roller coaster.
I'm not sure which one it was, and they talked me into it, so I had to sit with Paris, and we held hands tightly the whole way. No, I'm just kidding.
I can't picture you doing a roller coaster.
It was good though. First one in a while.
Is a week too long to be here? Will this be a lot of fun?
That's pushing it. It's all good if we win.
It's not just you, though. I mean, you got Johnny, Terry, so many guys last game. So handling emotions this week, how big is that for you guys?
As it gets close to the game, that's going to be real, because the names you just mentioned, I always tell people when you leave here, if we can ask you that you should have given more, that's a problem. The names you just gave, you can't give anymore. You just can't. Johnny Parrish and Terry and many more, Isaiah and some of the other guys, you just can't ask for anymore. Draymond, Mike Weber's leaving, and those guys did everything we asked.
This is not going to feel like the end until next week, right? This doesn't.
Yeah, it's all about winning, all about preparing, and the team we're playing that catches your eye when you put them on videotape. That's our full focus is on them.
Urban, I focus is going to be. You answered this before, but you made your decision.
I was looking at who you are. I said, wow.
It's me.
It's the right.
You lose a bet?
It's the right character.
Oh, I love Disney, man. You made a decision about your future as it's settled the last couple of weeks. How has it felt? Has it felt right to you?
It has, and I appreciate Ohio State and Gene, and I think it's going to be great. There's some things that I've always kind of wanted to do. I still will be involved with the school that I love. I've always loved and have great respect for, and maybe I can add in some other capacity.
And I'm sure you make a decision, but you don't know how exactly it's going to feel a couple days later, right? Has there been any relief to you of like,
There's been both.
Reaffirming?
There's been both, but that was not a split-second decision. It was something that has been in conversation actually with Gene for a long time. What made it so much easier is the guy that's taking over. I thought first of all, I've used the word elite because that's what he is, and I think the last 2 weeks is just what he's done recruiting, the management of the way he's managing his time, and the discussions we've had. He's elite.
You mentioned there was a little bit of clarity in terms of what you would be doing. What will you be doing next year?
I think after the first, Gene and I will sit down, and it's all about let's go win this game. At the right time, I think it'll be very spelled out very clear for you guys.
And you know that the focus next week is going to be largely on you, your farewell, and all that. How comfortable are you, or uncomfortable are you with that?
I think you know me better than that. I think it's about every time I'm going to talk about our players and the guys that came back and have a chance to play. Coaches come and go. The one thing that players, they'll never get to do this again. They're the ones doing the work. They're the ones that have blood, sweat, and tears put into this thing. It's our job to get in position to win. That's it.
Urban, how influential was Sonny Lubick in your career?
Oh, man.
And do you know his son, Matt, at all? He's a coach.
Oh, yeah. Where's he at?
Washington.
Matt's there?
Yeah, wide receiver.
I did not know that. I know he's OC at a couple of places. Sonny's as influential as anyone. He's the one that kind of taught me a different angle of coaching, and to this day I still use it. I talk to him frequently, and yeah, he's incredible.
Do you take a little more time to reflect a little bit this week on your career, or do you try to just keep the routine as normal as possible?
As normal as possible. There'll be time for that.
Will you